Good evening and welcome to the Weather Show. I'm filling in for Bernice tonight, the weather girl. About 30 minutes ago, Bernice, with no warning, said she was going for donuts and got in her Buick and drove off, and we should have been suspicious because she left her purse on the desk. So I'm the weather girl. This is the Gulf of Mexico. Now the Gulf of Mexico, the weather is pretty good right now, but they've had an oil accident there, so the entire Gulf of Mexico is now filled with diesel fuel. So if you were driving by that area, whatever you do, do not take a puff on your cigarette or you'll be fried like a chicken McNugget. We've had flooding in Florida. The flooding in Florida has been particularly scary because, well, one guy, the house was so deep in water and he was desperately trying to swim for the front door. And he almost made it. He almost reached the front door, and that's when a gator came up out of the water and ate his guts right out in front of his mother-in-law. It was the worst video I've ever seen in my life. It made me sick to look at. Tornado warnings in the Midwest. Now, tornadoes, if you see a tornado coming, what you do is you lie down and face down in the biggest ditch you can find. You just lie. Don't worry about your clothes. You can launder your clothes later. Don't worry about them. Because if a tornado, that funnel-shaped thing, comes down out of the sky and you are standing straight up, it's going to just take the top of your head right off, and then you are not going to be able to talk to people. Now, are you? Frostbite warning in Canada. It looks real sunny. It's very deceptive, and some idiot opened his nudist colony too early in the season, and I swear to God, they found people, about 100 people, completely frozen like statues, like popsicles. Except for their lips. Their lips were not frozen because they were wearing lip balm. Have you ever seen blue meat? There's been a volcanic eruption in this area here. We know what happened in Iceland. It was just terrible. All that sulfur sprayed into the sky, and people who were already had problems with their lungs, they started to go like, they were coughing. There's so much coughing. And then some of the villages were like buried under so much pumice and soot and filth and dirt. They'll be cleaning that. If you want a job, if you want a job, is cleaning up after a volcano. I'm telling you, it is no light dusting job. If you ever see one of those things clean up after a volcano, you better get more than minimum wage for that, I'm telling you. That's all the time we have for the weather tonight. Maybe Bernice will come to her senses and I won't be the weather girl anymore. Won't that be a shame? You remember one thing. Mother Nature is a mother. You're never going to meet a woman like that in your whole life.